Howdy gang, Trailblazer Tim here. Today I'm going to take just a few minutes and show you how easy it is to replace the rug steps going into your RV. Now if you're an avid RVer or maybe even full-time, you're going to realize after a while how important it is to try to keep all that dirt and stuff that you track inside your RV. It's a constant battle. Especially if you go barefooted a lot, you're going to end up with some dirty feet and everything. So your first line of protection is to make sure you have some good step mats and rugs on the steps going into your RV to try to keep that stuff out. It's a constant battle. It doesn't matter if you have a big fifth wheel, a coach, or whatever it is, it doesn't make any difference at all. A lot of people pick up little dust busters. That's cool. That's something I'm probably going to end up looking into where dirt gets into little areas that you can't get with the broom and stuff. But in this case, I've got hardwood floors here, and it doesn't matter, especially if you're at a campground somewhere where it's in the grass or the dirt, and you're coming in and out, coming in and out, coming in and out. It's going to put a lot of wear on those rug steps. So after a while, those rug steps are going to start matting down, and they're going to become more difficult to get all that sand and dirt out of there, and after a while they're not doing any good. Now as you can see, I have the original step mats, rugs, that are on my RV, my 24-foot Dutchman Kodiak. And I don't know if I can bring that in a little bit or not. Let's see. Right there. Let me see. See how it's wearing? Look at that. You can see through the fabric. It's gone, and it's all matted down. So there's not really any real good bristles here. So when you step down on here, the stuff's starting to get matted down inside of the old rug and everything, and it's time for this thing to go. So let's go ahead and show you the easiest way to take care of getting these off and put some new ones on. Not every RV is set up the exact same way with these steps and stuff. Some of you guys got 3 steps, some of them are electric, all that other good stuff. So let's just play this out and say that you have manual little steps that fold up and down. The first thing you want to do, if you have indeed a setup like this, is take your bottom step and flip it up and take a look what you got there. Look, generally speaking, they're going to have springs underneath here. And in this case, I have 4 of them. You can tell that spring right there is rotted and stuff. And after a while, especially living down here in Florida and everything, the salt air, I don't live that far from the ocean, it's going to start rotting these things out. Now, it's not a huge thing, but it's time for this thing to get the heck up on out of here. Now, these springs are not high tension. Got 4 of them, all right? Pretty straightforward. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to pull these springs off. See what I'm doing here? Just let them go. Got 4 of them. I'm going to take all 4 of them off there. And then your rug just comes out. Just like this. I'm going to pull that side out to the top. Bring it down. Now this thing is stuck to the top, so I'm going to have to do some peeling on this thing. There we go. That thing's seen better days. Time to get this thing out of here, and I'm going to show you what you need to do next. Alright, so before we put those new rugs back on the steps and stuff, I always like to get myself a bucket of water, a little bit of soap, and put it down. Now's as good a time as any to go ahead and try to get this cleaned up a little bit. The Scotch-Brite pad. Clean it down a little. You got your little spray wand, use that if you need to. So you got your little brace of stickers that are on there. Alright, so now you see me remove the old rugs to the steps going into the RV and stuff like that, and cleaned it down real good, and it's drying at this point. You saw when I was washing it, this abrasive strip came off there. Well, there's 3 on each step, and then 2, 1 going down on each side and stuff. And I actually don't believe that I really need this now. This is option. If you guys feel as though you need to have these on here, I believe that those were put on from the factory, and whether you had these rugs to go on there or not, I don't know. I bought my RV used. But I found these at Walmart for $9.99. These are 18-inch wide RV step rugs. Now, some of you RVers out there have 3 steps. I have 2. So this cost me a total of 20 bucks for 2 of them. And generally speaking, seeing that my RV is a 2012, that means I got 8 years out of them, but I wouldn't recommend that. If you're heavy, going in and out and all that other good stuff, and depending on where you're camping and there's a lot of debris you're tracking in and out, every 2 or 3 years, it ain't a bad idea to go ahead and replace these. So let's go ahead and put the new ones on. Piece of cardboard up in there, see that? I see something that's a difference between the old ones. The old ones had 4 springs. These only come with 2. So keep that in mind. We're going to see how these things fare out and how they're going to hold up over the period of time. But let's go ahead and put them on. Alright, so we're going to do the first step first. Now if you see these, one side of the flap has a double. That's so you can put more tension on it. And the other side is just single. So we're going to flip this over, taking the double grommet sides and putting it towards the front. See that? Just like that. Now I'm going to flip this first step up, just like so. And we're going to stuff it down underneath this little tension thing. Get this rug as, centered as possible. You got to get it past that little loop. And we're just going to slide this thing backwards. Get our other end up and see where the center point on this thing is, which looks like it's somewhere right about in there. Something like that. Now we're going to take our springs, our first one, we'll loop it through here. We're going to go up to the top grommet, get the most out of this. You see what I'm doing there? Take our second one, do the exact same thing. Get this all the way up to the top grommet, hook it like that. I'm going to flip it down and see how we look. Look at that. Nice. Now it's a little bit shorter than my other ones. In time, I think the next time that I replace this, I'm going to see if I can get the 20-inch ones. But this is all they had, and it works for me. Bang. There it is. Now one thing I'm already seeing that I wish they would have kept instead of getting rid of is the 4-spring unit on here. Because I can see in the middle here in time where that may end up drooping. But for now, it's fine. And for 10 bucks a piece, you can't go wrong. You can see these old ones have seen better days and stuff. But see how I'm telling you? I think these were set up a little heavier duty. They're triple grommets on the one side and singles on the other with 4 springs. So if I can find another set like this, that's what I'm going for. But I don't even know if they make them like that. Leave a comment down below. Time to get rid of the old and in with the new. One last thing. It's not a bad idea if you take a look. This is a little rubber mat also bought at Walmart for $5. You set this down, whether it's in the dirt or somewhere else, or like I have a little patio here, this is your first line of defense. Alright, so you can always wipe off as much as you can, and then as you're going in, the steps pick up the rest of it. Not a bad idea. That's all the time I've got for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching me demonstrate to you how to replace your step rugs on your RV. I do like the older style better because they had the triple grommets and 4 springs, a little more durable and stuff. Depending on how much traffic and use you have going in and out of your RV, I would recommend replacing these little step rugs maybe every 2 or 3 years, because after a while they're going to wear out. Maybe you can find the heavier duty ones online, but I just happened to be at Walmart and I needed them and the price was right for 10 bucks each from Cameco. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you all in the next adventure. Take care.